Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel RMK Resolution. So in the previous video we have seen the brief classification of the phylum Chordata and we have seen the characteristics up to the Hemichordata. Now in this particular part 2 we are going to discuss about the characteristics of the Urochordata, characteristics of the Cephalochordata, and we are going to discuss the differences between all this particular subphylum and classes. So don't miss the video. Please like the video and share the video and subscribe my channel RMK Resolutions. So let's go for the video. Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel RMK Resolutions. So this is the second part of our lecture, and here we are going to focus on the brief classification of phylum Chordata and its characteristics. In a previous video we have already seen this particular slides, but just for the brief introduction I'm going to repeat this particular things. So we have seen this phylum Chordata. It is divided into the two groups, Craniata and Acraniata, and this Acraniata again they having subphylums Hemichordata, Euchordata and Cephalochordata. This group Craniata, it is further divisible into the subphylum Vertebrata, and subphylum Vertebrata again it is divisible into the two divisions Agnatha and Ganthostomata. This Ganthostomata again divided into the two superclasses Pisces and Tetrapoda, and then there is a further division. So this is the brief idea for the classification of the Chordata. So in the previous video we already learned up to the Hemichordata. We have seen the characteristics of the Hemichordata. Now let's continue further. So subphylum Urochordata, it is also called as the Tunicata. So this word again it is derived from the Greek word that aura means tail and cord means cord. This is the Latin word cord, and this one is the Greek word. So this particular subphylum they having a notochord and nerve cord. Notochord and nerve cord present in the tail only in a minute free swimming tadpole larva. So that's why it is called as the Urochordata. Adult, they are looking like a sack like, then they are covered with the tunic. This is important, my dear friends. They are covered with the tunic, or it is also called as a test. So tunic means it is a membrane like structure, something covered by the membrane. It is called as a tunic. So this particular animals, they are covered with the tunic, and they are the transparent in nature, and usually notochord is absent. There is no notochord, and nerve cord is also not there, and reduced ganglion is there. No coelom, there is no segmentation and nephridia. So these are the main characteristics of the Urochordata. So remember, Urochordata, that is notochord and nerve cord, it is present only in a tail and only in a minute free swimming larva only. So we know that already what is meant by the chordates. Chordates means those animal or those organism having a notochord. But remember, notochord, it is only present at the some stage of the development. So here notochord is present only during the larval stage and only in the tail. That's why they are called as the Urochordata or Tunicata. So this particular Urochordata having a class 1 Acidicea. So this particular animal, they are the sessile tunicates. Sessile means they are not moving, they are attached to certain substratum. So these are the sessile tunicates. Tunicate means those organism which are covered by some membrane, and they are solitary and they are scattered with the muscles in the tunic stage. So as I told you, they are the solitary, they are colonial, or they are the compound. So colonial forms are there, they are attached to certain solid substances. Then gill slits are present over there, many gill slits are there, and then tunics are well developed. Tunic means what? Membrane. As I already told you, it is a membrane, and that membrane is covered by the organism. So tunics are well developed, and the tunic, maybe it is a permanent. So these particular animals, they include the 3 orders, 12 families, 37 genera, and near about 1200 different species are there. So Hardmania is the example, and Siona is also the example of the class Ascadicea. So you can see on your screen, this is the image of Hardmania. Look at this. This is the image from the Wikipedia. Hardmania. This is the genus of the Ascadicean tunicates in the family Pyroidea. So this species within a genus Hardmania. So you can see here, this one is a picture of the Hardmania. These are also the some pictures of the Hardmania. Again, you can see this is the Hardmania grandis. So one thing is very clear, they are looking solitary, and remember, they are the transparent. Usually they are the transparent in nature. So the second class of the Urochordata is the Thalicea. So Thalicea, again, they are the free swimming. Remember, these are the free swimming, and these are the pelagic tunicates, and they having a circular muscle bands are present on the body surface or on the tunic. So this particular Thalassia, the Salpian and chain tunicates, they included the 3 orders, 5 families, 9 genera, and 30 species. Remember my dear friends, don't confuse about these classes. You just remember some certain main things, and you remember one example of the Thalassia is the Salpa. Then Doliolum, then Pyrosoma is again the examples of the Thalassia. Then third class is the Larvaceae. This is the class of the Urochordata. So the animal comes into the Larvaceae class. They are the tiny, transparent, and free floating animals. Then adults, they retain the many larval features, including the tail. So in the adults, tail is retained. Only 2 gill slits are present over here, and tunic not persistent. Here, important feature, tunic is not permanent in the adult. it may disappear. So here there is a 2 orders, 2 families, 5 genera and 3 species are there. So see, this is the example of the salp. Salp is the example of Thalassia. This is the Wikipedia image. This one is the salp, or you can say this one is a transparent animal. It is looking like a fish. This one is also the salp. See my dear friends, salp maggiore. This is the transparent animal, you can clearly see. And this is the again Dolium. This is the genus of the tunicates and the members of which move via the jet propulsion. How these particular animals are moving. This is again the example of the Dolium. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. Please do like the video, share the video and subscribe my channel RMK Resolutions, and stay tuned for the next video part 3. Bye bye.